Kulas Firearms. Here we are, Marlow, Oklahoma. Want to thank everyone for signing up this weekend for the Mesquite Gun Show giveaway. We're going to do a little pan over here. Excuse the construction in the background. We're in the middle of building our new 200-yard range. We're on 110 acres here. Factory, my little ranch house, all my staff. We have a great time up here. We get a chance to shoot every gun. So this is the gun that we had on display. Shoots amazing. We're looking at 2-inch groups or so, open sights. What a fun time. So we're taking a walk over here. We're looking through my back door in my machine shop. Get this gun up on the table here. It's obviously unloaded and safe at this point. Here we are, Mesquite Gun Show giveaway. We're gonna click the little button, we're gonna draw our winner. All right, drawing winners, 10, 9. So
8.
Keep in mind, you're gonna have 5 minutes. We're gonna call you, we're gonna text you, 5 minutes. If you don't answer, we're gonna go to the next person, so stay online. Keep watching this video. 3, 2, 1. All right, our winner is a person by the name of William C. William C. So I'm going to hand this on over to Allie, Mr. Adam, and they're going to get that person's phone number. I'm going to take you for a quick walk in my factory. So come on in. So we're walking in the back door, obviously where our range is set up. This is the latest addition to the Kulas fleet, our Haas EC400 pallet pole. I got the covers off the back because we're still in the middle of setting this up. This is where I make our long handguards. So you can see some of the fixturing I did here. So this is a piece of stock that we make our handguards with. This is the face of the machine, and this is where all the business end is here. To give you an idea a little bit about a machine shop, as our cameraman pulls up a little bit, this is our vertical room. This is where we do all our vertical machining. I've got everything off right now. We're running a long second shift because it's kind of hot up here in Marlow, Oklahoma. This is the machine that we make our charging handle bodies from. So in making a charging handle body, we start with a block of aluminum. I'm listening to Allie. She's leaving that voicemail. She's going to have 5 minutes. She's going to shoot off a text too. So here we go. So we have a block of aluminum. That's what we start with. It goes right in this vise. We do our first operation, then it flips over, goes in our second, goes in our rotary, comes back over and gets finished. One at a time. And when this is our mid-operation, you can see our fused charging handle here. And that is what goes into just making the body of a charging handle. As you know, cutting it out of aluminum takes a little bit of time. 7 series aluminum is kind of comparable to mild steel for hardness. Come on down, we'll take another little walk. We'll keep walking here. Obviously, you get a lot of Haas machines here. This machine here we just brought online again. This is where we do the pre-operation functions for our long handguard. This is something I was just getting ready for this evening's run. Adam, you might have met him at the show. He's one of our lead machinists. He'll be working the midnight shift tonight making our 5-inch handguard. How do we make a handguard? Pretty simple. We get stock. Stock comes in like this. We got another pile of stock over here that we cut. This is all ready for our rifle length handguards. Anyway, this is the piece of stock for our 5-inch handguard just on that firearm that you saw me shooting. So we start here with a piece of stock. We cut a pre-op operation in it so then we can mount it in a pallet. This little pallet gets mounted in a rotary. Every time we close the door, we hit start. We open the door, we're able to take one complete handguard out of here and we rotate all the parts through here. Operation takes about 17 minutes to make a handguard. So we've been making handguards now going on about 5 years, and every year I learn a little more about how to make them and how to go faster. You know, I got to say thank you to Kennametal Tools. They've really helped us a lot out here. There's a lot of other people who we have around here, mostly the tool reps that help us find great tools to do great operations. Let's take another little walk down this way here. Looking at the clock, looks like we haven't heard from Mr. William yet. We've got 2 more minutes here. So in this machine, something a little proprietary. This is our lower receiver that we make all our AR-15s from. This is halfway. We cut a pre-operation on one side where you use a dovetail and a pin location, and it locks into this massive rotary over here. This piece locks into here on the pin location. and then it comes up and we machine the whole center of the receiver. The idea of doing this in one operation is everything is in the center perfectly, including broaching, machining, and where you have to take your upper receiver and it slides into the slots. So being able to do all this in a block is what makes our firearms incredibly accurate. So one machine, this is all it does. Its whole life, it just does this. We don't swap things around. We don't move them around. We do one thing at a time. Looks like we're gonna have to walk back to that iPad and we're gonna be drawing someone else, so come on.
2 minutes remaining.
2 minutes.
Give us a call.
So we're in a 24,000 square foot building. We're just in my center machine room now. In our future videos, I'll take you for a walk. We'll go through our paint booth. Oh, there's one of our dead ducks. I call them dead ducks. I tend to buy machines. We don't allow really anyone in here for service. We service our own stuff. We manufacture our own stuff. We fix our own machines. And at times I'll buy a machine that is getting thrown away and bring it back to life or take parts out of it to keep all our other machines running. So come on back outside again. Let's enjoy this beautiful day out here. Where are we at?
2 minutes and 14 seconds.
All right, 2 minutes left. So, you know, as a manufacturer, I can tell you it's a little bit different than going to online and just push some buttons and order some guns and bring them to the gun show. Every part we make has our hands on it. All my staff has an incredible time, you know, manufacturing, building, and fixing. Now, you can see my empty propane tank sitting here. Because of all the excavating that we're doing, we're actually moving this down around the back of the building, and we needed a safe place to put it. So I have to say thank you to Keith Prater, Don Dozer's Dirtworks here. He couldn't have been more of a good friend up here, welcoming us up here 6 months ago and letting us do all this stuff. So, you know, Keith, thank you so much for your help. All right, where are we at?
1 minute and 30 seconds remaining.
Oh, a minute and 30 seconds. Looks like I'm going to have to push this little button here. All right, well, we'll wait that extra 30 seconds or so and we'll get him back up here. So, my spirit, what we're doing next is we're going to be running out the range 200 yards this direction. We have this field, it goes over a rise, down a rise, up another rise. So we got about 900 yards, give or take. So when we're completed, where we're standing right now, we're going to have a roof over our heads and we're going to have a beautiful range. If you own a Kulas Firearm, you're always welcome to come up here to Marlow, get out on the range. Give me a couple of weeks, we'll be done with it. As soon as I get off the camera tonight, I got to get back in the dozer and push some more dirt around. And we do everything here. Adam's going to get on the machines, get some more handguards cut. Logan's in the backdrop, just making sure we're doing silly things today, but he's going to get on and keeping me going. So he's our lead assembler, so he'll be in the background getting some newer guns assembled from the weekend.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Come
He doesn't
on,
answer.
Adam. Call that phone.
Well, hey, you know, that's like we said, 5 minutes to win. And we go again. So there's some other people we had to thank pretty heavily. We had to thank Michelle, Premier Gun Shows, Tim. They welcomed us when we first came to town from Florida, going on 4 years ago, and they welcomed us, and it was excellent since we've been part of their shows. So Allie's counting down 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we're gonna draw another winner.
Sorry, William.
Sorry, William.
You missed it.
It's all right. We're all busy. All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7,
6,
5,
5,
4,
3,
2, 1. All right, now Mario C.
Mario C.
All right, I'm gonna hand this iPad back over. Allie's gonna pull the gentleman's phone number. So important to put the right phone number in there, or else we couldn't call you. All right, let's head back inside. We'll show you some more stuff while we have Allie giving that guy a call. Don't forget to send him a text. Some people don't answer that call.
I sent William a text.
All right, super duper. All right, the area code the phone number is coming from is 508. So coming back in, well, I guess we can thank this company called Rigo Grip. So Rigo Fix, hats off to my good friend Josh Rigo. Thank you if you're watching this. He kind of got me into machining up there in Massachusetts before we moved to Florida. So Rigo Fix has got their machine in our factory here. What an amazing, interesting machine. So the whole idea of holding tools in a tool holder is to hold them so they don't have any run out. So it's TIR, total included run out, is when you stick this in a machine, this tool, the longer it sticks out, it's going to have run out. The more it runs out, worse the finishes in machining are. So the amazing part of this machine, as you can see, this is the tool holder, this is their collet, that's the tool. So we put the tool in, we put it in the collet, and this machine, when we stick it in here, clamps it and presses this in. So there is no movement of the tool. There's no collet, there's no ER, there's no nothing. It has, listening, it has no run out. So the spirit really is we get a lot better cuts with it. And yeah, tools are expensive. Buying machines, yeah, capital improvement. But I gotta tell you, the tooling is where all the money is when it comes to machining and manufacturing. So this is something that we're gonna be running in the pallet pull for a long reach. We're trying to get in here and get to the bottom of our hand guards when we have the pallet turned sideways. All right, so just leaving that message. Come on in my little office. We'll show you what's going on in this direction. So when we first took over this building, it was an old machine shop, 30 years of machining in here, and there was nothing, just dirt, grime, goo. So the cameraman ran in my background. He's also my lead carpenter. We took on this room. So this was the dirtiest, ugliest room in the house. 1982, it was built as a horse barn. And then there was machines in here. So by the time we put new walls, new ceiling, new everything, you get to see the inside of it. So this is desk. This is where we sit, do our, answer the phones and do that. We have another room on the other side. This is our bag and tag table. So every gun that you see at the show, you'll see there, and we're always doing bag and tag. So like this is a customer's firearm here. Uh-oh, she's answering the phone. So if you can take a look. So a left side handguard got dented and needed repair. So sadly, this went to a customer. I don't want to hide the serial numbers, but this went to a customer, and their gunsmith accidentally took the handguard off and dropped it. You can see this big old ding here. Sadly, there's no way for us to sand this out and make this go away. So what did we do? Made a new handguard. Making our own stuff allows us to remanufacture a new handguard, re-cerakoted it to match, and this is going to head back off to the customer. And as always, there's no cost for any of our service here at Kulas. So we have the ability to get this firearm back to that customer and get a service for him. So that's how things happen in here. So guns come in, they live on the table, they go to the table, they get fixed, they turn back around, they end back out with the customer again. You want to check on Allie? I saw the phone ring. I was kind of curious who that was. Might have been our winner chicken dinner. But while we wait on that, we wait to hear back from the winner. We'll take it this way. So barn doors, air conditioning. You can see I'm sweating. It's about 90 degrees out today. We got the AC on. Excuse our disaster area. We did come back from a show. We all got back in about 1 o'clock this morning from the 2 shows. And we got everything unpacked and going. This is one of our little assembly rooms. We've got a whole bunch of them. So hats off to Fastenal, getting us all these racks and helping us keep all our parts organized. I gotta tell you, we have a great